This is part 4 of my tips and tricks for the PAT section of the DAT, and today we're going to be talking about pattern folding. If you've never seen a pattern folding question, this is what they look like. At first, I was so bad with pattern folding, but using Booster Prep's strategies, I was really able to understand it so much better and do so well on the PAT section. This is how I go through my pattern folding questions. First, I look at the whole question and see if any shapes particularly stand out. This one stood out to me because it looked like a heart. Zooming in, I'm going to make note of this distance. Now looking at all 4 options, I notice that C has a much smaller distance than the other ones. With that, I can compare it back to the main picture and show that it's much smaller, so for that reason I crossed out C. Now I see that D has a big difference from A and B, and that's the side length. When I compare the main image to the rest of the 4 options, I see that the side length is more similar to A and B, being thicker than D. Now I can cross D off. Now I've narrowed it down to A and B. I notice the difference between them is that shape. Comparing it to the main figure, I see that the line in B is much too small. Now I know I can cross B out, and I'm left with my correct answer, which is A. And I double checked with Booster Prep, and that's correct. So my biggest recommendation when doing the pattern folding questions is to practice so much with Booster Prep's generators, and also make sure that you're looking for the irregularities. And stay tuned for my next one on top front end.